Dear students, welcome to the video lecture of classification part 2. So here we are going to discuss about two approaches. The first one is use case driven approach, identifying the classes and their behavior through sequence of and collaboration modeling. Use cases are employed to model the scenarios in the system and specify what the external actor interact with the scenario. Once the system has been described in terms of scenarios, we can examine the textual descriptions or steps of the each scenario to determine what objects are needed for the scenario to occur. The process of creating a sequence and collaboration diagram is a systematic way to think about how use cases can take place, and doing so it forces you to think about your object applications. You have to go through all the sequence and collaboration diagram. By using the sequence and collaboration model, you will identify what are the classes are essential for the particular system. That is a concept. Implementation of scenario. Each scenario shows the different sequence of interaction between the actor and the system. Each scenario shows the different sequence of interaction between the actor and the system. To identify the object of a system and their behavior, the lowest level of executable use case is further analyzed. The lowest level of executable use case is further analyzed with the sequence and collaboration diagram pair. By walking through the steps, you can determine what objects are necessary for the steps to take place. By walking through the steps, you can determine what objects are necessary for the steps to take place. The sequence diagram used to model the scenarios in the system where the use case and steps are textual descriptions that define them for a high level view of the system. It enables you to model a more specific analysis and also a design of the system by modeling the interaction between the objects in the system. Sequence diagram. It represents the sequence and interaction between the objects. Object-to-object interaction and operations are considered as an events. Events include inputs, decisions, interrupts, transactions, and actions. Event line represents the messages sent from one object to another object. The from object requesting a message to performed by a to object. The to object perform the operation using a method that it contains. The sequence and collaboration diagram represents the order in which things occur and how the objects in the system send a message to one another. These diagrams provide the macro level analysis of the dynamic system. You can draw the sequence diagram to model each scenario that exists when the bank client withdraws, deposits, or need information about an account. By walking through the steps, you can determine the objects necessary for the steps you take place. You have to walk through the sequence diagram and you have to decide that what are the objects are necessary for the system. By doing so, following the low-level use case are identified in the banking system. So these are the low-level use cases like deposit checking, deposit saving, invalid PIN, withdraw checking, withdraw more checking, withdraw saving, withdraw save denied, checking transaction, saving transaction history, and sequence and collaboration diagrams are created by for the following scenarios: insert an ATM card, insert a PIN number, and remove a ATM card. So based on the activities of the system, should grant rights to the account or reject the card. User are interacting with the ATM machine and the bank line. So the objects in the use case with the ATM machine and bank line. Now the objects involved in the use cases are identified. We need to list them in a line along with the top of the page and drop dotted line below. That is known as a below each object. That is known as sequence diagram. So see here, sequence diagram for the invalid PIN use case. So there are the object client and ATM machine and the bank line. So client insert an ATM card, ATM machine requests a PIN number, client enters the PIN number, ATM machine verify the PIN number with the bank client. Bank client says a bad PIN number. The message is displayed to the client. It ejects the ATM card. It requests to take the card. The card has ensures that the card has taken and display the main screen. So sequence diagram for invalid use case is shown here. The events are connected to objects. In most cases, several objects are active simultaneously, even they are waiting for the another object to return the information to them. In other case, the object become active when it receives the message and become inactive as soon as it responds the message. Similarly, the sequence diagrams can be developed for other use cases. So in forthcoming slides, we are having use cases from 7.5 to 7.7. The collaboration diagrams are justified another view of sequence diagram, and therefore can be created automatically. Most of the UML modeling tool create the collaboration diagram automatically. So 7.6 and 7.8 are collaboration diagram. See this sequence diagram for withdraw checking use case. These use case which are already discussed in the previous session. Okay, along with this, we are having a entire process of create user wants to actually withdraw the amount, and we are having a it gone through the bank client, ATM machine, account, and checking account. Okay, when it approves, when when the checking account withdrawal checking account ensures that okay the account is correct and it will send the withdrawal message. Finally, the amount is dispensed to the user. So these use cases are already discussed previously. Sorry, sequence time we discussed previously. And the collaboration diagram for withdraw checking use case are the same is given here. Okay, numbering systems are given. So number one, ATM machine request a kind of transaction to the bank client. Number two, user enter the kind of transaction. Three, ATM machine request the amount. Four, bank client enter the amount. And five, ATM machine process the transaction, check the account. Six, actually withdraw checking account. Okay, it's sent to the checking account, withdraw checking account. Checking account say withdrawal successful. The message number 7. Account send a message transaction successful to ATM machine. Then ATM machine dispense the cash and request to user to take the cash. Ensure that the cash has taken. And ATM machine ask for request for the continuation. The client terminate the transaction. The ATM machine print the result. This is a collaboration diagram for the withdraw checking use case. Similarly, actually withdraw more from checking use cases. We are having another one is saving account. Okay, apart from checking account, we are having a saving account. Okay, actually compared from that, here we are having don't have a saving account. Here we are having a saving account, and without checking account, what it says, okay, it will send a message to withdraw saving, and the withdraw saving is successful, and the process transaction will continue the same. Okay, only additional we have another object that is saving account. So the same along with this, we are having a same collaboration diagram. Additionally, we are having a saving account here. Okay. Then actually by following the following classes have been identified by modeling the UML sequence and collaboration diagram. By go through all the UML sequence and collaboration diagram we discussed so far. The following classes are modeled: bank client, ATM machine, account, checking account, and saving account are the classes which are identified by using through use case diagrams. Okay, then that's it. Sequence collaboration diagram, that's it. Next one is the class responsibilities and collaborator process. CRC stands for a CRC. CRC stands for class responsibility and collaborators, developed by the Cunningham, Wirken, and Beck. CRC can be used for identifying the classes and their responsibilities. CRC is based on the idea that an object can accomplish certain responsibility itself, or it may require assistance of the other object. Certain responsibility the object may accomplish by itself, but sometimes it requires assistance from other object. It requires the assistance of another object. It must collaborate with those objects to fulfill the responsibility. By identifying the object responsibility and collaborators, you can identify its attributes and methods. Collaborations. An object can accomplish either a certain responsibility by itself, or it may require assistance from other object. It requires assistance, it must collaborate with the other object. So it is carried out through CRC card, class responsibility collaborator card. CRC card is a 4 into 6 inch index card. All the information of the object is written on the card. The class name should appear in the left-hand corner. The class name should appear in the left-hand corner, left top, okay, left-hand corner. And bullet list of responsibility should appear under the left two-third card. Okay, under the class name, so left two-third, you have to list out the responsibilities. And the list of collaborators should appear in the right third. So right side, the list of collaborators should be listed here. So see this example, class responsibility collaborator of the account object. So class object is account object. It contains the two attributes, balance and number. The responsibility means method. So deposit, withdraw, get balance are the methods. So to help this, we need a following thing. Okay, checking account and saving account. So these are the subclasses of the account class, and as well as transaction. For this, the class should have the association. So these are the collaborators. Checking account, saving account are be subclasses of the account, and as a transaction, the class should have a association relationship. So this is known as a class responsible collaborator. So by using this index card, we are identifying the classes collaborators for the account class: checking account, saving account, and transaction. And CRC process it contains 3 steps: identify the classes responsibilities. That means by identifying the classes, assign the responsibilities, and identify the collaborators. So this is the three iterative, repeated step process, iterative process. So it will go several iteration to identify the collaborators. Class are identified and grouped by the common attributes, providing a candidate for the superclasses. Then write the class name on the CRC card. The card also note sub and superclasses to show the class structure. They find responsibilities. Look at the action of the application. Distribute the responsibilities. Should be general as possible. Locating the collaborators is to identify how the classes interact. If the situation calls for a responsibility not ready to covered up by the one of the objects, if the situation calls for responsibility not ready to covered by the one of the object, then you have to add a new object or create a new object to address the responsibility if readily not available. Naming the classes. The class name should describe a single object. It's a general class name should describe a single object. So it should be singular form of noun. The second point, use names that user are comfortable with. Use names that user are comfortable with. Third point, the name of the classes should reflect its instinct nature. The name of the classes should reflect its instinct nature. Point number 4, the convention. The class name must begin with the uppercase letter. Class name should begin with the uppercase letter. For compound words, capitalize the first letter of each word. For example, loan window. Okay, that's it for the discussion. Okay, in this video, we discussed the two methods identifying the classes through the diagrams, use case collaboration and sequence and collaboration diagram, and as well as CRC, class responsibility collaboration approach. Thanks for watching the video.